The report will be published, so we'll see the details as soon as it's handed over to the government tomorrow. But actually more money has been allocated for tourism and boosting the economy and the work, especially in places like the west coast of Wales. So further funding by Jane Hutt and Edwina Hart, who are here this morning, for Gwynedd, for Pembrokeshire, as well as Ceredigion, over £500,000 here to try and get this promenade ready for the Easter season and for more visitors. And really to get the work finished as soon as possible, with more high tides expected during the next few days.
Old stonework, possibly dating back to the 1860s, are being reused and the promenade wall repaired. A metre-thick concrete ballast and extra stone now fills the hole left by pounding waves 3 weeks ago. The rush is to fix this wall before more high tides. In the longer term, defences will have to be built, and the planning for that started before the last storm.
There's an option of an offshore breakwater or reef, a rock revetment along the sea wall, increasing the height of the promenade, putting a wall in front of the promenade, putting a wall to the rear of the promenade. There are a number of different options that we can look at, either in isolation or as a combination of any of those, but obviously taking various environmental and social impacts into consideration during that process.
Workmen laying new pavement in readiness for Easter visitors and politicians today. Officials and local business owners were showing two Welsh ministers how £250,000 has been spent on repairing this part of Aberystwyth. £2 million was promised by the Welsh Government last week and further funding pledged today.
Anything we can do as a government within limited resources to get them back in business is very important. Because if you have a good experience, if you have a bad experience somewhere, you don't just say, oh, it was terrible and I was in Aberystwyth on the front. You go back into England and say, oh, it was awful in Wales. So it's very important you get the right messages for the country.
The worst affected local authorities have told BBC Wales the cost of repairs after the storms 3 weeks ago. Conwy Council estimates spending £5 million. Ceredigion at least £1.5 million. Gwyned's estimates are now almost £800,000, and Pembrokeshire Council staff reckon they'll need to spend £500,000 to repair damage. Anglesey's bill could be £100,000. During the next few days, even higher tides are expected, but probably without the stormy weather and high winds of 3 weeks ago.
Yes, those high tides are expected during the next few days. Possibly could be bad weather as well. The local authorities will be hoping that there won't be as much cleanup, at least, as we have seen 3 weeks ago. But Aberystwyth University here will tomorrow evacuate 600 students, just in case that the weather does deteriorate badly during the next few days.